Welcome back to the Av Attack. I'm your host, Prescott Chambers. The Avs have a successful fishing trip to kick off their vacation in style in this game, 55 of 82, at home versus the San Jose Sharks. The Avs got shut out by the Wings in their last game and are looking to start the Olympic break on a high note, as this is their last game before the opening ceremony. The Sharks are 4-6-0 in their last 10 games and sit in 6th place in the Pacific Division with a record of 27-23-4. Landeskog has officially been confirmed to be playing for Team Sweden in the Olympics. Marty Nashis was still listed as out entering this game, and Nathan MacKinnon is just a single apple away from 700 on his career, and I had a feeling he would do it in this one. Starting goalies were Yaroslav Askarov and Mackenzie Blackwood. Period 1, Colorado gets some quick shots on goal to start this one. At 3:57, Parker Kelly gets called for slashing, giving the Sharks their first power play of the night. The Avs are able to kill and start to put a ton of pressure on San Jose, but at 10:09, the Sharks draw another penalty, this time a hooking call on Brock Nelson. Then at 11:29, Makar draws a hooking penalty, giving us about 40 seconds of 4-on-4 and about a minute and 20 seconds of power play that gets killed off. With over 6 minutes remaining, Jack Drury takes a wrist shot to the throat from the stick of Nathan MacKinnon that sends him to the dressing room, but we do see him come back on the bench shortly after. At 17:38, Kiefer Sherwood gives the Avs their second penalty with a holding call on Brent Burns, but with Avs not scoring a goal on the last 19 straight power plays, I wasn't incredibly hopeful. It gets killed off, and after one, we have no score on the board. Period 2, not long into the second, at 1:05, after a chaotic mess in front of the net, Arturi Lehkonen is able to get one over the line off a couple Sharks skates. It gets reviewed for a moment, but the goal stands. Assist from Valeri Nichushkin and Cale Makar. It's 1-0 Avalanche. Askarov starts to look much larger in the crease. At 4:08, Cale Makar draws a high sticking penalty for another 2-minute Avalanche power play, which also gets killed. With 10 minutes remaining, shots on goal are a staggering 24-7 in favor of Colorado. At 10:41, Zakhar Bardakov takes a hooking penalty, giving San Jose another power play. The Avs kill again, then at 15:47, Arturi Lehkonen scores his second of the game on a one-timer with assist from Nathan MacKinnon for number 700 on his career and Valeri Nichushkin to make it 2-0 Avs. And after 2, that's the score we carry into the third. Period 3, just 43 seconds into the third, Timothy Liljegren wires one to the back of the net on a weird puck bounce assisted by Alexander Wenberg and John Klingberg. It's now 2-1. Then at 3:34, Philip Kurashev steals the puck from Sam Girard and nets it on a breakaway to tie this game up at 2. We start to see a lot of back and forth with 10 minutes left on the game. Things start to ramp up as both teams work for the go-ahead goal. At 11:50, Brent Burns and Macklin Celebrini both get penalties, one for tripping and the other for slashing, and we go 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And at 12:44, Josh Manson rips in a one-timer from the point to put the Avs back up 3-2. The assist coming from Big Val Nichushkin for his third assist of the game. Assists on every goal in this game. And Nathan MacKinnon, of course, for his second of the game. With just over 2 minutes remaining, San Jose pulls Askarov for the extra attacker. Then at 18:43, Brock Nelson puts one in the empty net to seal this game off. And after 3, the final score of this one is 4-2 Colorado. Overall, this was a great way to go into the break with that win. The Avalanche now have a record of 37, 9, and 9 with 83 points and only 27 games remaining in the regular season. The Sharks almost came back and won this game, but just couldn't really quite hold on to the tie. And getting that 4-on-4 to open up the ice really benefited the Avs in a big way, resulting in Manson sniping that cannon of a one-timer for the go-ahead goal. Once we return to regular play in about 3 weeks, I don't see Colorado slowing down much, if any, as we should have a full team by that time comes around. Both Marty Necas and Gabriel Landeskog are now listed as day-to-day. I assume both will be playing for their respective countries in the Olympics. And as far as I've heard, Logan O'Connor has been back on the ice and is making progress. Head coach Bednar said last Tuesday, quote, "He'll be a guy who uses this break to his advantage. He's planning on getting on the ice, staying on the ice, and working his way back to hopefully joining the team in the near future if everything goes well." So as vague as the answer near future is, I'd imagine he will be back at least by early March. If not, he'll definitely be ready to rock by the time playoffs come around. But I'm just hoping for the best. As stats stand, Nathan MacKinnon has 40 goals and 53 assists for 93 points in 55 games. Marty Necas has 22 goals and 40 assists for 62 points in 52 games. Cale Makar has played 55 games for 15 goals, 42 assists, and 57 points. And Brock Nelson has 55 games under his belt with 29 goals, 20 assists, and 49 points. All those four I just listed, plus a couple more on our team, are going to be playing in the Olympics, of course. And just to reiterate the unequivocal depth of this team, we have 12 players on the roster with 20 points or more, and Jack Drury will also join the club as he sits at 19 with 8 goals and 11 assists. So that is just massive in my opinion. The next game will be on February 25th in Salt Lake City, Utah, to take on the Mammoth at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You may see me post some Winter Olympic themed videos, and you may not, depending on how much I want to use this 3-week break to my advantage. But keep an eye out for those. And as always, I'm your host, Prescott Chambers, for the Avattack. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.